Hey viewers, George here, and I know I'm a little late for this, but fuck it, worst games of 2014. Now, 2014 was a pretty bad year for games, which means we have a lot of crap to recap. And just to clarify, this isn't a top 10 list or anything like that, more so a general discussion or a talking of the various things that came out this year that are bad. Also, I didn't get a chance to play every single game that came out this year. That should go without saying. So if you don't see a certain game here, it's probably because I didn't play it. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get started. 4 p.m. 4 p.m. is a bad game. It's a 20-minute game that costs about $5 and promises a game full of choices, but really only comes down to 2 choices that you make at the end of the game. The story's boring, the characters aren't interesting, and the creator refuses to listen to any constructive criticism given to him. And yet people still like this, and it baffles me. I've done a full in-depth review on this game, so bottom line is, it's a bad game. Like, really bad. Dreadout was trying to be the next Fatal Frame, but ultimately drops the ball by trying to make it more of a puzzle with defeating the variety of demon ghosts you encounter. Problem is, they don't actually give you a piece to play with. They'll try and give you hints on how to tackle certain ghosts, only for that hint to not even apply at all when you try to actually attack that ghost, leaving you play a guessing game for about an hour or so. Yeah, you can beat the first act of this game in about an hour, and that's only the first half of the game. The other half is still dateless as of this recording, but at least the second act is going to be free when it comes out. Next up are 2 games that everyone is talking about, and that's Air Control and Slaughter Grounds. My god, how did these 2 games even end up on Steam? I mean, by now one of them has been taken down, that's Air Control, but how it even get up there in the first place is gonna baffle me. They're both broken messes that cost $6 for a broken, poorly designed flight simulator involving zombies, and $10 for a half-ass FPS that was lazily thrown together. I mean, look at these blood splatters! How do you screw this up? Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures 2, I know, shocker. While it's not as bad as the first game, and nowhere near as shitty as the TV series it's based on, Ghostly Adventures 2 is still boring as hell to play, and sometimes it's downright unlikable, and it's made even worse when we know Namco Bandai can do much, much better than this. You know, I didn't actually play Final Fantasy XIII-3 Lightning's Return, but let's be honest here, it probably sucked. Like, really bad. Pokemon Battle Tropez is boring as hell and really shouldn't even be called a Pokemon puzzle game to begin with. With no challenge being offered through the entire game, it's a waste of what should have been a brand new Pokemon puzzle game. It's a good thing we at least got Pokemon Puzzle Challenge, but still, would have loved to see a new one. Chibi-Robo Photo Finder. While not nearly as bad or even remotely close as being as bad as any of the games that came out this year, Chibi-Robo Photo Finder's gameplay revolves around using the 3DS's cameras to scan items in your house. The problem with this is indoor lighting tends to make it hard just to do that, ultimately making the game unplayable at times, which is a shame because it's a Chibi-Robo game. We haven't had one of those for quite a while. Guess we're gonna have to wait another while for another one. Sonic Boom. I don't want to go too much into detail since I'm planning on doing a full review on both these games, but the Wii U version is clearly an unfinished train wreck like Sonic 06, and the 3DS version is just boring to play with levels taking anywhere to 10 minutes to go through. Shame on you, Sega, for releasing these games. Shame on you. And those were my personal worst games of 2014. What do you think? Is there a certain game that wasn't here that you think was really bad? Or perhaps you have some better reasons that I didn't give for certain games that were featured in this video? Just tell us in the comment section below, and until next time, keep on gaming.